I guess how was your summer, and if you could update us on your little injury situation you got going on right now.
Yeah, no, my summer was good. It was pretty busy, all over the place, but it was good. There was highs and lows. Getting ready for the EuroBasket, I kind of got tweaked my calf, some minor injuries, so it's not too bad. But it's been a long process recovering, and there's been highs and lows, but I feel good. So that's the most important thing, and can't wait to get started.
Do you feel like you'll be able to participate at some point in camp, or is it?
For sure, for sure. There's no doubt about that. But yeah, no, definitely.
I'm wondering, Jeremy, how the tour of Europe with Dev and Steph went.
Yeah.
Did you show them the sights, and was that a worthwhile experience?
100%. No, it was a great experience. I think they had a lot of fun. I don't know if you've asked them about it, but it was great to be with my teammates. Just experience Europe and Spain together. The food, the weather, the ocean. It's so beautiful. So it was great to do that with my team.
How did your experience on that trip, do you think, compare to what Victor did globetrotting the world this summer?
Yeah.
And do you think that's a cool thing that players on this team were able to go out and do stuff aside from basketball?
100%. I think for me that kind of helps you grow your perspective, and just changes the way you view the world, and different people, different coaches, and just to experience that. I think it's a rich thing to do, and it's a blessing. And I think it's really cool that it's kind of like the Spurs culture to do that. And it's cool to have different type of people in our locker, from different backgrounds, and I think it's really cool.
Jeremy, I saw you giving a hard time to Victor during EuroBasket on social media.
Yeah.
What's y'all's relationship been like this summer? What's it been like to see him back, getting healthy and ready for another year?
No, it's been great. I think that's a relationship that we've been building since the day he got here. It's been great. I think his rehab's been going great. The way he looks is amazing. I think he's super motivated and excited for the season, and it's been great. Yeah.
And for this team, obviously with everything that happened last year, how big of a focal point is stability going to be? Having Mitch back, having Victor healthy.
Yeah.
You guys are returning. What's that like for you?
I think it's super important for us. Being healthy is going to be a vital thing for success. I think the way we've been working this summer, I think that will help. Just consistency. Working on our bodies, working in the gym. I think it's going to help a lot. So yeah, I think we're all super excited.
Jeremy, after spending time with the Polish team this summer and at least getting to train with them, how do you think training with them is going to translate to your forthcoming season with the Spurs?
Yeah, for me, European basketball, especially EuroBasket level, it's high level. Just the attention to detail, playing as a team defensively. You have to go out and scout for a numerous amount of top level in the NBA. Luka Doncic, Denny Advia was one of the players that we were scouting for. The attention to details, is pretty amazing to see. And I think this is the same thing in the NBA. Night in, you're going to be, guarding the best players. On every team, there's someone who can really score the ball and affect the game. So I think for us is, for me, it's the attention to detail and just seeing the little things. And I think that helps a lot.
On like an individual basketball skill level, are there any particular things you've been working on this summer so you can be an even bigger part of what the Spurs are doing?
Yeah, I think for me, again, it's all round, working on everything. I think also for me, strength and conditioning has been really important. I think the type of player I am, I play pretty aggressive and physical. So just getting my body right for that, for 82 games is really important. And then on court, again, it's the same thing. Working on my shot. My ball handling, just reading the game on both sides of the court, and that's really been it.
Form looks a little different than it did last year. What tweaks have you made there, and how's that working for you?
Yeah, you know, I made it's been a long process. Again, it's not always gonna be perfect, but for me, you know, a couple of things that we've been working on is my wrist placement, elbow, how I raise the ball, how I catch the ball, footwork. So there's been a lot of different things, but I think I'm in a good place. So yeah, I'm super excited to, you know, show that to you.
Jeremy, as the quote-unquote defensive stopper of this squad, and with Wemby coming back, and, you know, he looked like a lock for Defensive Player of the Year last year. Where do you guys stand defensively? Do you think you guys have the making of having a pretty impressive defensive team?
I think it's, you know, when you look down the roster, you know, what we can do defensively is pretty, you know, scary. I think, you know, what we've been talking about as a team, I think, you know, defense is, you know, our number one goal. We want to be the best on that side of the you know, the court. So I think it's pretty scary, and I think, you know, the way we're motivated and, you know, just excited to play on that side, I think it's going to be amazing to, you know, see. And, you know, you guys are going to see a lot.
Hey, Jeremy. You made headlines last year for some of the footwear you wore, specifically against the Knicks, the black Air Force Ones.
Yeah.
Today we got Margielas on. What was the thought process behind?
There wasn't much thought process. You know, I just went into my wardrobe and saw, you know, a shoe I wanted to wear. To me, it's pretty cool to, you know, express yourself. I think it's important to be yourself as well. And yeah, there wasn't a crazy amount of thought process in it, but yeah.
Jeremy, over here, you were talking about having the summer to travel, maybe get a bit of like a creative and spiritual reset. How does that help you prepare for the season, and what do you learn over those months that you take with you into the year?
Yeah, I think, you know, a lot of things you learn is, you know, for me, consistency. During the season, you know, you're playing 82 games. You know, there's days where, you know, you feel kind of busy, but it's always important to find some time to yourself. You know, experiencing different coaches, you know, you just experience so much, and different people, different foods, and you kind of just bring that to the season too, you know, off the court. Just try to be yourself and try different things. And, you know, on the court, again, it's, just going and having fun. At the end of the day, you know, you start basketball because you know, you was excited and, you know, you had fun. So you just try to bring that too, you know, on the court too.
We haven't seen Victor on the court since February. So
Yeah.
some of you guys might have seen him a little bit. How does he look? And was there a moment during Open Gym where you're like, oh yeah, he's back?
Yeah, I think he's been back way before Open Gym.
Yeah.
You know, you see how hard he works and, you know, how motivated he is. I think it's, you know, super exciting to see, and I think he's ready. I think you guys are gonna see a lot that's gonna shock you guys, and I think, you know, everyone's excited and can't wait to, you know, see him on the actual NBA court.
There's things he can do that will shock us that we haven't seen.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's like that every year. You know what I mean? So.
Knowing you, Jeremy, you're a pretty physical player. Did you hit Victor yet in Open Gym, and did you feel about it the first time you did it? Can he take some punishment yet?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think there's been a crazy amount because, you know, I'm still recovering and stuff. But no, we've definitely had our little battles too. So yeah.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Thank you.